Do you believe in gun control?
I do not believe in gun control. What I know about gun control is that many times they use the massacres, the mass shootings, like Sandy Hook, the Vegas shooting, but they use those shootings to, I wouldn't say, they kind of use those specific events to push gun control and specifically to try to ban or deal with the problem of assault rifles, like the AR-15. And when you really look into the depth of the problem, you see that there are 300 plus million guns in this country. There's more guns than there are people in this country. But AR-15s only make up 15 million guns or other rifles that are like AR-15s, but they only make up about 300 deaths per year compared to, like, out of the 30,000 gun-related deaths, which 2/3 of it is suicide and 11,000 is gun-related homicides. And so when you really put it in perspective, handguns make up 115 million guns in America, but kill about 8,000 people. So when you take into perspective how many guns per death, you find that there are much more AR-15s than there are deaths compared to handguns to deaths. So you find that handguns kill more people per gun than AR-15s kill more people per gun, because AR-15s and other quote-unquote assault rifles are not practical weapons to use or conceal to try to pull off a shooting or a homicide or a mass shooting. And I forgot what I was going to say.
No, you can stop it there.
So, like, personally in my high school, I had no security, no one with weapons walking around, even though you had one person that you said. But, like, if you didn't have that one person, that one guard with a weapon, and you had nothing, do you think you would still feel safe?
I guess I would feel a little bit less safe, but I mean, I never really gave thought to it. To be honest with you, I never really kind of thought about school shooting. I did, like, when the Sandy Hook came up, but again, I really wasn't. I was in middle school at the time, and that was before. In my middle school, we didn't have any resource officers or police officers in my school at the time, so I still felt generally safe because I guess the procedures or lockdown, I mean, would kind of make you feel safe, like that we were prepared for if something happened like that.
After 9/11, there was, like, high security everywhere you went. Do you think that plays a role in how, like, people, like, either feel safe or they don't with guns?
I believe that after 9/11, like, the increased security, I think that does make people feel safer. Generally, I think that it, especially in airports, even though it may take longer, that you feel safer going on a plane or wherever you're going, like a stadium, getting, like, even though, like, you may not like it, getting, like, patted down and having to pass through security and pass through these checkpoints, it does make you feel more safe in that sense, that it is much more difficult to try to get by them and do something bad, like a mass shooting or a bomb or hijacking. And so I think that it generally makes people feel safer having that increased security to try to prevent someone from going on a plane or going to a stadium or a mall or something. I mean, not necessarily a mall, but more of the stadium and airports that kind of have increased security does make you feel safer because of the fact that there are people there that have weapons, that have training and security to stop someone who might be a terrorist or a domestic terrorist or someone with mental health issues from going onto a plane and doing harm or killing people or going out with mass shootings. I do think that it has made people feel safer. Whether or not it has been effective,